Mouthful of grilled cheese.
Welcome to the first show of 2024.
Oh shit, we're live?
I'm dead.
I jumped the gun.
Quin's here.
Ew.
Oh god.
Oh. I just made a pun. I jumped the gun.
Instead of the shark, we get it.
Oh
that
my
is
God.
make that
Give him
minus
another
3.
-1.
Yep.
I know we're live right now, but we didn't ask, and this is important for the rolls, but what kind of cheese is on that grilled cheese?
There was some highly processed Swiss on one and then pepper jack on two.
All right, you redeemed
All right.
yourself slightly.
Back to
What kind
-2.
Yeah.
What kind of bread?
Well, he's
I don't know,
nervous.
actually. I forget
He's
what
starting
kind
to
he
sweat. Uh-oh.
What did it look like?
He's just got melted cheese in between his hands.
Just got a bowl like hard.
I just grilled the cheese. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
At that point, you just made fondue.
Oh no.
Okay.
I wish you
So-
fun didn't.
Well,
Is that why my hands are so sticky now?
If you want to say that's why.
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna make fondue out of an enemy later, out of an enemy's head.
They call, this year, I'm no longer the boat maker. I am the chef.
He's still the boat maker, but he's going to name his gun Velveeta.
Yeah, incredible.
Is it because you bake?
Because I bring the
is it
cheese.
because is it because you turn people into Swiss cheese?
Something like that.
It's because I melt their health.
Damn, the alliteration on that melt their health.
That was hard.
All
right.
guys, good session.
Yep.
Am I back to
All right,
to
that's
zero
it.
now?
Yeah, we'll push you back at 0.
Oh, thank God.
You're on thin ice, bub. I just want you to know.
Oh God, and I just ate grilled cheese. I'm gonna break it.
Shit the bed.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Yes, so we will resume on the shore of the Weeping Pond, beneath Black Hill. His father Joram, the high priest of Brigh in the town, tends to Khonnir. They got him sitting on like a litter that they kind of rigged up a few feet away from the water. Val sitting there on one knee, holding his hand in hers. As you look around, a crowd of 40, maybe 50 strong has started to gather, squawking, whispering. People in the back are all clamoring to try to get a good look. Time for the 4 of you is simultaneously sped up and slowed down. People are frantic, shouting, running, demanding answers. I want to start by asking what each of you is feeling in character at the moment. What emotions, what thoughts are running through your heads? What captures your attention now that the immediate goal of recovering Khonnir has been met? Though he's not exactly out of the fire, he's obviously still in danger. We'll start with Azar.
Azar he looks put together, but internally he's a bit distraught over the concern for Khonnir as well as the concern for Val seeing her father this way. But he's trying to maintain his normal kind of stoic demeanor.
What's his driving goal now?
Just right now, it's making sure that Khonnir is okay.
Okay.
That loyalty is what's driving him right now.
Gotcha. How does he feel about everything that's happened so far? We haven't really had a lot of time to stop and just take it all in. It's only been, 3 or 4 days in game since Khonnir, since you were tasked with finding Khonnir?
Mm-hmm.
What's he thinking?
About everything, it's for him. It's been a lot of like, what the fuck? Just because it's so, it's so like it's a whole different world for him. You know, he went from being his kind of nomadic smelter to this dungeon crawler. So a lot of the things he's seen, the things he's experienced, the changes he's seen within the group has just been not overwhelming, but it has been a lot for him to take in. But overall, he's maintaining his determined composure mentality, I should say.
And how does he feel about the group now, as you guys have been through the ringer more than a few times? Certainly changed from the chaotic first encounter.
Right. He feels as if there's certain people in the group he leans more towards others, but he does feel that when push comes to shove, he knows that he can rely on all of them to some extent.
Right on. Mr. Eric?
Well, seeing everything that's going on and how Azar's feeling. I'm feeling sadness for my friend's anger and anguish. More than anything, I'm kind of lost in my own head, it feels like. This is a tragedy, for sure. And we may have weathered the worst of this particular instance, but there was a world of wonders underneath that lake. Machines, electricity, all that lovely stuff. I feel like I'm on the cusp of peering into that well of knowledge. It's like a type of magic that even I feel like I can grasp. And so I'm just kind of lost in my own thoughts about that.
See? Quin?
Quin is a bit skeptical about this whole thing. In terms that Khonnir is still alive and he's really beaten up, but at the same time, like you said, this has only been like 4 or 5 days since we really set out. I was leaving my school of Kensai, and I haven't seen my master in about a week, but all of this stuff has happened. I've seen new creatures, I've seen all these crazy things, and I'm kind of just mainly wondering now what's going to happen, because we have Khonnir here. He's not dead, but he's not really very alive. And we're kind of wondering, is he going to make it through? And then we have all these questions about these other creatures that we've come in contact with, especially the four-armed one that Azar has taken his cape from. Quin's also really concerned about, is this really worth his time? Is it worth all this effort? Where's the reward in this, other than just, these new companions that he's made? Is that going to be enough to keep him around?
Right on. All right. As a small point of order, technically the stuff that happened in episode 0 was 2 weeks and 4 days ago. So you've been gone a couple weeks. You left the Abbey, but you guys only set off to find Khonnir 4 days ago. Technically, the stuff with when you found Polly's jar and all that stuff was 2 weeks back. So just so everybody remembers, I know it's been a while.
Cool.
Zuref?
Thank you for the refresher.
Indeed.
Zuref is actually feeling slightly annoyed, a little bit frustrated, looking around at all the people bustling and frantic and begging for answers. It feels as though his heroics and his deeds are not being noticed in any capacity by whether it's his own group or the people around. And it has Zuref feeling very introspective and curious about what a man like Khonnir could possibly do to have so many people rush to his aid, including us, in this first moment of realization that Zuref has embarked to find somebody who is far more prominent and famous than he is, despite his need for the attention he deserves. And he is wondering what would happen should he have died on his way to Zuref, almost on his way to Khonnir, almost selfishly thinking to himself that none of these people, neither his group or these people in front of him, would even blink an eye. He would not even have left his mark on the town of Torch, and is curious as to who would react and who would speak his story or write his story into existence, as it be. And it is now upon him to either feels the need to either make noise to bring attention to this or to do greater things, whether they be good in nature or just great.
All right then. What are each of you doing in this microsecond?
Quin's sharpening his sword.
Zuref is puffing his chest out and posing.
I believe was Azar was still making his way through the crowd when he was carrying Khonnir, or are we past that point?
No, we're past that. He's like in the hands of the priests and the doctors.
Okay. Azar's just looking on, like with a little. You can kind of see a little like hope in his eyes, like kind of hopefully, but he's looking on very, very neutral in the face still.
Nice. Stoic.
Yeah.
Eric?
Answering every and any question that's being asked of me by the townspeople to the best of my knowledge, with only major embellishments instead of extreme embellishments.
Status quo for everybody that I see. All right. Let's get a fortitude save out of everyone. As now that the moment has started to pass, there's something in the air. There's this buzzing sensation each of you feels everywhere.
Feast, feast, feast.
Yo, what up?
Okay, boys. It's pretty good.
Welcome to Fort Quin.
That is the first natural 20 of the year for you guys. With Quin's fortitude save right there.
That's it. I peaked. I'm done.
Yep, it's all downhill
His
from
sword-
here.
His sword must be
This is
super
wicked.
sharp now.
Yeah. Ironic, given what actually happened IRL tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so Eric, Quin, and Zuref, you guys are able to sort of shrug this off, but there's something wrong. Like migraine-inducing, driving at the back of your skull, Azar. You just can't seem to shake it. It's bone deep. And it just, like, the buzzing just won't stop. It's gonna be, here, I'll just send this over. You can read it. I can find the DM. There we go. Okay. While we're at it, let's all roll perception too.
Oh, my favorite role.
Famine, famine, famine.
I'm
I
eating
told you
alright.
guys.
Jesus.
I peaked. It's over.
Well, that's the campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. I present Iron Gods. Yay!
We missed the meteor that hit us. Dang it.
Let's see. Eric.
Someone on roll 20 has it out for me. Is all I'm
I
gonna
would-
say.
I would like Paulie to roll perception from his tank, even though he can't see anything.
You can extend a slimy tendril. He has all-around vision.
Yeah, that's not 20 of that, Paulie. Come on.
I'm just really into sharpening my sword right now. Nothing's gonna take my focus away.
Well, wasn't an nat
Me and
20, but
Paulie
it
are
was
a team.
close. Little 2-2. So yeah, as Eric is interfacing with the crowd, turns around. Both he and Polly catch a glimpse. Two figures stand out. Number one, you see Garmin Ulrith, the rogue who owns Silver Disc Hall, the mafioso of sorts. He's just observing, looks like the four of you, and possibly Khonnir and the doctors, somewhat slyly, for a few minutes before he just disappears, blending into the crowd. But you also see Samville Tret, the wandering expert, in his own words, He's not watching you per se, although he is looking at Khonnir and Val and Father Joram. He sort of fumbles with something in his robe and eventually turns and walks away. Roll sense motive if you want for both
Okay.
of them.
Feast, feast, feast.
Well,
All
only
all of us?
no, only
you and
Eric.
Paulie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Paulie. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Does
All
he
right, let
have
me
it?
waste a roll on it. I want to see. Let me waste a roll on it. Okay, cool. We're good. Yeah,
You're just setting yourself up for the next one.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. But Game of
Just-
Watch 9.
Just getting the bad luck out, you know. That's all we're doing. As this is happening somewhat passively, as you're still fielding questions from people and bragging about your exploits and such, the thought crosses your mind. Garmin Ulrith, in his own way, he knows all the comings and goings in Torch. One way or another, whether it's through informants or direct observation. It's not all too surprising that he's here, an event that caused this kind of commotion. There's something more beneath the surface at play. It just doesn't sit right with you, but there's no... It's just an intuition, it's just a feeling. Something's not on the level. But before you can articulate that or anything, they're gone.
Ollie, what do you think that was all about? I say as I kind of disengage from the crowd a little bit.
Do you guys talk to him in public when he's not disguised?
I figure he could probably talk to me. Like we could probably have like a little conversation together if we're away from the, like not like right next to people, right?
Yeah, but you're up in the middle of the crowd, like talking to people.
Oh, okay. Oh, am I surrounded? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
okay.
pretty much figure that you're just like, no, over here, okay, here.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right, everyone. All right, everybody. Calm down. Calm down. I have to go speak with my friends real quick. I promise I'll have more stories, more tales of daring back at the tavern later tonight. Thank you so much. Please give Khonnir some breathing room. I'll see you all later. And then try to disperse the crowd, and then try to meet back up with folks. Then
They continue rumor mongering and milling about, ambling in their own way.
Do I hear my name being said at all from the townspeople?
Hey, roll local.
Okay. Knowledge local?
Yeah.
Okay.
feast, feast, feast.
In some capacity, as to what it is, you're not sure, but you heard your name and obvious euphemisms for you.
I'll take it.
The braggart,
Mm-hmm.
the loud one,
Mm-hmm.
golden eyes, golden tears.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that one I like.
All right. As you guys coalesce and with some distance from the crowd, there's back a ways, at least a little bit. Dolga waddles over to Zuref and kind of just taps him like on the side of the hip.
Zuref just puts his chest out a little higher before looking down at Olga.
All right, you four. Just what in the hell's is going on down there?
I look back at the group and remembering that I told her to treat me as the point man. I ask her, what does it look like? We brought Khonnir back. down there are things that are unspeakable, things that would be impossible to explain to you in a short amount of time, especially out here, even if the group is dispersed. Um, let's just say it's things that are beyond my comprehension and quite possibly my group's comprehension as well.
Oh yeah? Try me. I grew up in the Five Kings Mountains, boy. I know about things that come from the dark below.
I like to bluff her and let her know that she has absolutely no idea what she's talking about.
All right, you're welcome to attempt.
Yep.
Oh. She stares at you, steely-eyed.
Exactly. You may be certain of your mountains, but you may not be certain what lies underneath the ground. I will allow my partner here to give you the rundown on some of the technological things that we found down there as I shuffle over to Gieric.
Me? There were just more machines. Like they were running on not magic power, I don't think, but they were running on some kind of power. It was a huge sprawling area underneath there. There were doors that opened on their own. There was a vat of purple stuff that Quin couldn't stop looking at. Buttons you pressed just caused all sorts of mayhem. It was wonderful down there. Scary. It was scary down there. And that's how we found Khonnir. I don't know exactly what happened to him. I just know that like half his head is missing.
Quin looks up really quick and goes, "For real though, that purple shit was awesome."
Yeah, I like purple.
Zuref chimes back in and says, there were creatures as well, some that looked like humans, one that definitely did not look like a human that spoke into our minds.
She'll cock her head at that, and she'll say something in Dwarvish. Eric, the route is the same between Undercommon and Dwarvish in this instance.
Okay.
I will tell you. I have way too many DMs here. Jesus Christ, sorry.
Like Spanish and Portuguese, it's like you can catch a little bit.
Ja.
You're laughing, I can tell.
Quick.
Just gonna kind of tilt my head at that. Like, is that what I heard?
Like, that's what she said. Certainly. Maybe wonder what she has seen under the mountains before. You're I won't have you roll dungeoneering for that, but you're pretty sure they're not the same creature, but it's enough to give you pause.
Okay. Okay, by all means, carry on.
Yeah. Well, you guys were describing the situation.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Zuref still kind of recapping it to her, letting her know that there were also many different ritualistic signs on some of the insides of whatever this is. It almost like a reception area, a vessel, if you will, and a hole that leads, well, presumably to nowhere. But no sign of a cause as to why our lights have gone out here in Torch, if you will.
This is bad. If I understand you correctly, this is not a hole to nowhere. It's a hole to Narvath. The highest layer of the Darklands. Yeah. Not good. Not for anyone. But these other things, these other signs, they are bad tidings too. Still, we have accomplished our first objective. You brought Khonnir back. Although in what state? We fear the worst. We did not expect him to return a vegetable. You've done well. All of you. Should go home. Rest up. Venture back in when you're ready. We will take him to the holy house. See if Father Joram can fix this strange thing that ails him. Yeah?
I look at Olga and I say, home. We sleep on the floor behind a tavern. How about you help us with that? Why don't you give us a better place that we should be able to, as the saviors of Khonnir, be able to rest our heads so that we can be well rested for the next objective that you have for us.
Quin's ears perk up a little bit, and he immediately cuts everyone else off. Look, I don't know about anyone else, but I only came here to kind of just find some food, and I ended up in this whole rescue mission. This isn't like my calling, so what are we doing here? Am I getting paid for this, or do I just need to go elsewhere?
You're under contract. All of you. You get paid when the job is done.
We found Khonnir. That was the job.
No, that was the first part of the job. The fucking Technic League is sending emissaries here in the next week or two. They want their tithe, and when they find that the town's namesake no longer functions, they are going to investigate. And when they investigate, they come in numbers. And when they come in numbers, the regular people, the working people, they get the shaft. You are not from around here, Blue One. You do not understand. They are not to be trifled with. We have just enough stores on hand to meet this tithe. But if they suspect something is wrong, or that service will be interrupted, they will come down on this town like the vultures they are and feed on the carcass of whatever is left. Your job was to find Khonnir and to find out what happened to the torch and why it is no longer functioning. If any part of that is unclear, you're free to walk away. She turns and stomps off.
Look at the group, kind of shrug, and just like, the fuck's her problem?
Dwarves.
I look at Azar, who's been relatively quiet from his this whole time, and I say, well, I bet that forge is looking pretty comfy right now.
Azar just starts walking towards the forge without saying a word.
Quin
Face slightly
quickly
clenched.
scoops up his gear and starts running after Azar to catch up to him.
It's like they weren't expecting to go back down there. There's so much cool stuff down there. We have to go check it all out, right?
Yeah.
100%. I look at Giark and I say, absolutely. We if they're going to erect a statue of me in this town of sorts, we need to finish this contract and really bring Torch back to its full working state, I suppose.
One step at a time, buddy. We're going to go ahead and clear up those golden eyes, golden tears things, and then we'll get you a statue, okay?
If we're going back down there, you guys think there's any cool loot in that big pit?
I slap Quin on the back of the head. I say that's the hole to Narvoth, the highest layer of the Darkwings. I'm sure there's nothing down there.
I'm sure there's
Look,
a lot of
man.
cool stuff down there.
Yeah, like living Tyrannosaurus rexes, dark elves that murder, rape, and eat people.
I guess we haven't really talked about my past too much, but I literally come from the abyss. You guys wouldn't understand. There's lots of crazy shit everywhere. It's all about the exploration, right?
I'm forcibly explored all across the world so far, so yeah, I understand.
Forcibly explored.
I look at Azar trying to get something out of him. I go, huh, highest layer of the Darklands. Huh? You think they got your offering you sent down there?
And Quin just kind
I
of
look down.
elbows. Quin elbows Azar with a big smile on his face.
I look down at Zuref, not even breaking the look on my face, and just say, "How about I send you down there next time? You can find out for yourself."
I nodded Azar and go, okay, all right. Okay. Well, your name wasn't spoken much from the townspeople either, bud. And I just keep walking.
All right. What all you guys want to do? Logistically. I mean, it's probably close to sundown, 5, 6-ish.
I'd like to return to the tavern, see if I can hear words of our exploits.
Hey, that totally reminds me though. While I was talking with everybody, I saw a good old I don't know, Gehrman Olbreth or whatever his name was, the silver disc guy who was kind of mean to us that Paulie had to save us from. He was kind of staring at us, looking a little bit creepy. Creepier than usual, that is. I think something was up. I'm just not sure what. Like he
Yeah.
might have been involved, or he might have some stake in this, or something.
At this point, Jarek, I'm hearing things about a Darklands, a Technic League. It could be anything at this point, I feel. Either way, he'll meet the end of my blade if necessary.
I mean, you would know what the Technic League is, Zuref. Definitely. It's like the...
Would I?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Numerian thing.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing about the Technic League coming to this town specifically.
Yeah. They sort of have a monopoly on technology in the country and operate a very heavy-handed protection racket. And they're like the power behind the throne. Like technically pardon the pun, technically.
Yes.
The Black Sovereign, who's like the Genghis Khan style head chieftain of all the barbarian tribes for the most part, technically rules the nation, but it is the League that kind of operates from the shadows. That they have him like strung out on all kinds of chemicals and drugs and crazy technologies that they inject in him. So he does what they want. And they're pretty much bad news for everybody involved.
I beat that one guy's ass in the pit.
Yeah,
High five, Quin.
and then he sent 12 goons after us. So, oh, also, just the thought now that things have calmed down a little bit. If we got to go back down there, we got to deal with Xiid. Because he's still walking around down. Well, not really walking. He's still floating around down there.
Oh, don't worry. I'll handle Xiid.
I don't think you'll be able to do it the same way again. Just call it a hunch.
I believe at this point, if anyone around here knows my name, it's Xiid right now. Okay.
You're not wrong, Golden Eyes.
When we go back down there, we need a game plan. We're not wandering around there aimlessly again.
That's 100% true.
I just slightly smirk at Azar, as if I don't already have a game plan written up.
Have you met me? All I do is wander.
Yeah, so I'm logistically, I'm probably walking back to the tavern, I think.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'm going to walk with Zuref, and Quin's hungry. That's kind of the only thing on his simplistic mind at the moment. He's tired. They got Khonnir. He considers his objective kind of done for now. He's gonna chill.
Azar is walking back to go check on Val.
I'm gonna do something that my grandparents told me to do many times over and count my blessings by going over to the temple.
Interesting. That is where Val would be headed. She'd be with them as they're like hauling Khonnir back there.
All right, I guess I'm going with Azar.
2 and 2. I look down at Quin as we're walking towards the tavern, and I kind of gesture to my shoulder just to see if he wants to pop up there. But
That Quin or Polly?
Quin,
Oh, I was gonna say.
He's not an actual cat.
Wow.
I kind of look at him
Wow.
and just like give him a little bit of a sneer, and just put my hands behind my head and just go, "Man, you're so dumb sometimes," and just walk past him.
I'm already looking in the opposite direction.
There is a part of you, Quin, that considered the thought for a moment. Beneath just the, I can't believe the audacity of this motherfucker, you're kind of like, no.
Play it cool. Play it cool. Play it cool.
Yeah.
Don't notice the tail. Don't notice the tail.
You knock someone's bowl off a table in the street nearby. Like, what was
We haven't
that
gotten to
for?
the tavern yet. You just wait.
Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do in your respective locations?
I'm gonna eat and drink and be merry, and also make fun of Zuref in any possible way.
I'm gonna check on Khonnir and Val for sure.
You know what? I think I'm gonna finally just say a few prayers to my god of choice, and just ask for maybe a little bit of help next time I'm trying to read some of these foreign mechanical languages.
How do you pray? What does this look like?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
It's a canvas. I just gave you the brush.
Sorry, what?
I said it's a canvas. I just gave you the brush. Make it up.
I don't understand. Okay. We're gonna walk up to the altar. And since both myself and Jarek don't really know how to do this too well, we're just gonna grab our gun and kind of shrug, set it on there, kneel down on one knee, just kind of hand up in like vertically cutting my face in half, essentially. You know what I mean? Like kind of like in a half prayer hand kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't normally do this. Okay, so sorry if I'm doing it completely wrong, but there's some really interesting things going on right now, and me and my friends, we almost didn't make it a few times. I'm kind of feeling a little bit scared. I'm not gonna let them know that, but I feel like we don't connect very much, you and I, Brigh, but maybe we can come to some sort of understanding, and next time, I need a little bit of assistance trying to figure out these mechanical portions. Given that you look a little bit mechanical yourself, you might be able to toss a little inspiration my way, whether that be just a little flash, maybe a little whisper in my ear, something like that. I don't know exactly. Like I said, I'm not very good at this. In your name. And then that's it.
Well done.
Thank you.
Nothing appears to happen, but you feel better.
That's all that matters, is that I feel better.
Yeah. Indeed. Maybe she heard you, maybe she didn't.
That's okay. I don't know if she even has ears. That's fine.
Gears.
Heresy! One of the priests comes out with a wrench and just brains you in the back of the head.
Crap. I didn't pray right.
She's got ears! Doosh, doosh, doosh,
God, you
doosh.
stop beating me, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, Iron Gods, it's been real. No, just kidding. Okay. So, inside the temple grounds, there's some sort of medical wing or place where the faithful tend to those who need healing. So Khonnir will be there alongside Val and Joram and a couple of his acolytes. Joram is Father Kite, the high priest. And Khonnir is alternating between moments of brief lucidity, although he's rattled with ataxia, like he can't move at all, just not of his own volition. And then bouts of seizures or unconsciousness, as whatever is ailing him is tearing him apart on the inside. And Val kind of sits there sobbing nonsensically, watching it happen, while the priests try to diagnose and do what they can.
Azar walks up to the medical tent. It's kind of a slower pace than he usually has, but every one of his steps kind of carry like a weight to it. You can tell he's kind of perturbed in every one of his steps. And he's going to walk up to Father Kite, put one hand on his shoulder, and ask, what's his condition? What's going on?
We don't know. I've never seen anything like this before. It's not fever, it's not disease as I understand it. It's not poison. I don't know whatever happened to him down there. Is there any insight you could give us? Is there anything you saw? We've exhausted our component of healing spells for the day, and it seems to have repaired the physical damage, but the mental... He's not bouncing back the way we would expect.
Creatures. There are creatures we can't quite understand. Some seem to be from different planes altogether. Some seem to be a mix of ancient and technological combinations. We found him in some kind of containment locker, containment vessel, and when we got him out of there, he was much like this, except not lucid at all. Not here, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. We were only able to get him to speak for a few moments, and he was insensate with fear. Perhaps he was exposed to some sort of contagion or pathogen if he was trapped in something inside the ruins. I mean, they've been there such a long time. I will have to meditate, pray to the goddess, and see what we can do. We'll need different avenues of healing. You should know, it means I won't be able to provide the water breathing. It'll have to take its place. We might have to find some new way into the cave. And with that, Val kind of like perks up, and she's like, "Oh, I think I can help with that. I was thinking about, about that. What if we tied like guide ropes, like to the entrance, so that you wouldn't have to swim, that you guys could just pull yourselves through, and that way they wouldn't need the water breathing," and blah blah blah. She's just talking super super fast, and he kind of looks at her and he looks at you, and just bows slightly, and he says, "Yes, I'm sure that would work great, wouldn't it, Azar?"
I smile slightly at Val, and I get down on one knee, and I put my hand on her head and kind of pat her head and said, "Good job, little one." I'll let you tell the rest of the guys that if you're okay with that.
Yeah. I think Jenny and Sim, they have a boat that we could use, and I'll go get everyone. I'll get the stuff we need. I can make that happen. She's just like very excited to be useful and distracted from the horror of what's going on with Khonnir.
As she's speaking, I reach one hand out and wipe the tears off her cheek, and I give her the most genuine smile that anyone's ever seen me give in that town. And I tell her, "Your dad's gonna be okay. I'll make sure of it."
As you look past her, you just see him lying on the litter.
God. Oh, there he goes again.
Nope.
I do my best to keep Val focused on me so she doesn't look back at her father in this state. And I ask her, "Hey, what's your favorite flower?"
Lilies. Why?
I said, "Just trust." I say, "Just trust me." And I put both my hands out, and I have her put her hands kind of clasped together, and I have her put her hands within mine, and I make a lily appear in flames that's not burning her, but kind of dancing in between her hands, hoping to make her smile.
Nice. Yeah, her face kind of lights up for a second. She's like, whoa. All right. With that, we should hop over to the tavern.
I pick her up and carry her to the tavern and call G Eric to follow with us.
Right on.
Oh yeah, 1 second. Hold on, just finishing praying. I've been mumbling like this whole time.
Just one of the acolytes walks over to you and he just kind of taps your shoulder gently and he goes, that's a column. That is a representation of the Whisper in bronze, and he points to the statue of the goddess like in between the column you've been talking to. And the next one.
Yeah. No, I knew that. We're not at that level yet. I'm just trying to start getting closer to her again because time passes, you drift apart. So I'm not trying to go right up to her. That'd be a little bit rude. But and I just kind of excuse me. I just walk away after realizing I had just prayed and then spent a lot of time rambling about what had just been going on, and then eventually turning into just like random facts about me to this column.
Okay.
And I follow Azar.
Indeed. What about the other two? What are you guys doing at the tavern?
Quin at this point is hammered. He ends up jumping up on the table that I assume him and Zuref are sitting together.
Mm-hmm.
And he jumps up on the table and he looks at Zuref and he's kind of like blushed in the face. "Hey, do you really mean you wanted me to get on your shoulders earlier?"
Zuref is also pretty wasted at this point. You can see that on the table there's that Quin is now kicked over. There was at least 9 to 10 mugs on the table. And Zuref looks up at Quin and says nothing and just takes his sword off his hip and just taps his chest with it 3 or 4 times. And then he puts it back.
Quin looks so goddamn confused at him. And he looks at the mug, the only mug in front of Zuref that still has any booze in it. And he takes his hand and he kind of like pushes it closer towards the edge of the table. And he looks at Zuref and then he looks back at the cup. and he just fucking swats the shit out of it off the table to where it hits the wall. And he jumps off the table and he goes, "I'm not your fucking pet," and he walks off and kind of just like meanders off without saying anything else.
It meanders off.
Meanders off. Thank you.
Yes. That was beautiful.
Yes. I notice a patron looking at me as this happens, and I just say, "My boy over there, he could take out any of you." He's wicked smart.
Make a perception check, both of you guys, as you're meandering.
Sure. Oh, this is the one.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a bonus for the inverses.
They're somewhere in the middle. Quin, you notice first, but again, that sketchy merchant, Sandville Tret, is kind of like leaning in one corner of the bar, and he catches your eye and just kind of like raises a mug, looks at you with one eyebrow arched. And Zuref, you don't see him, but you see Quin like squinting into the distance, looking at this figure, and you turn and you see it too, and you're like, he kind of like nods to you too.
Quin's like squinty eyed looking at this guy, trying to like, he's wasted enough that he doesn't really recognize anybody right now, other than like the immediate four, right? So he looks at the guy, and the guy raises his tankard, and Quin just like squints at him and just raises up 2 middle fingers and walks out the door.
Just kind of like, oh.
Zuref, saying this, walks over to him, to Sandville Tret, and I just want to. Zuref is also wasted. I just want to apologize for him. He's great, honestly. He's not your pet, but he's great, and I just want to apologize for him. And I want you to keep having a good night. And I slowly turn to start walking out the door as well.
No need to apologize, old bean. I'm here should you need my services.
I hear that, but I can't fully comprehend it. And I just kind of look back at him and I just nod at him. And I pull my sword out of my sheath and just tap it on my chest 4 times. And then I just walk out.
All right. Well done.
Mind you, when Quin gets out of the door, he probably makes it about 3 steps, and he's just laying face down in the dirt. And that's probably where he's going to stay for the night.
Zuref walks up to see Quin face first and stands to take guard around him before passing out himself. ever vigilant, this one.
Yeah. All right. What about the other 2?
I mean, we're
go ahead.
Go for it.
No, go ahead.
I know you.
I was saying on the walk over, Azar was telling Val stories of the adventures, leaving out the details inappropriate for her age, because Azar has some sense in him. And then eventually,
leaving out the part where you committed genocide and then threw a body down a 700-foot deep pit into Narvoth for no reason.
No, I told her about the body.
Just because you were mad at your friend. All right.
Yeah, just telling her story just to kind of keep her mind distracted until eventually we walk upon the two face down in the dirt, I'm assuming.
Okay, we have some drunk friends on our hands. Is Quin still alive? He's face first in the. Just giving a little nudge with my foot just to see if he stirs a little bit.
His tail twitches just
Yeah.
ever so slightly.
Make a perception check. See if you can hear him purring slightly.
Oh, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Feast.
Feast.
All right. Azar, would you mind? I think I can maybe grab Quin. But Zuref might be a little too heavy for me. Would you mind helping me drag him in as well?
I put Val down and I look at Gieric and say, "Do me a favor. Make sure Val gets inside safely. I'll get these two inside."
You got it, boss. I say, so ecstatic that I don't have to actually do any heavy lifting right now.
Can I roll a strength check to see if I can pick them both up at the same time? Or
yeah, you can try. I don't see why not. Feast. Not quite.
Sandwiches.
You want to, like, you're able to kind of get them where you've got Quin over your one shoulder, and you can like kind of hitch Zuref up to hip height, but it's not quite enough. He's still dead weight.
So
if you rage, you can try again. I'll let you go again.
No, I'm just gonna put Quin over my shoulder and drag Zuref by one of his legs.
That's more dignified than I thought he'd do, to be honest.
Zuref just mumbles in the dirt, back in that cart again.
I take them both into my forge, and I sit Quin down on a chair, and I pick Zuref and like kind of lug him over on top of a table. So let me see. Yeah. And then...
Or is it this table?
And then I'm going to go ahead and step into my flames and wait for Gieric to come back.
And we're back.
Zuref be a drunken fool.
Val safe and sound. I see, other than the tracks of mud in the forge, that these two got in just fine. I'm not going to ask about that. Don't worry. So, what's your plan? Because you said we should not go in there blind again, but unfortunately, it's not mapped out. What do you think we should do?
Well, first, let me thank you for making sure Val was safe. That's very important to me.
Oh, yeah. That's easy.
While I don't have a set plan, the priest made a point that with the healing of Khonnir, he's not going to be able to provide us the water breathing spell anymore. It's going to take too much of his focus. But young Val has a plan that may work to get us into the cave. So once these two kind of come together, we can get that sorted out. As for the dungeon, all I know is we need to avoid whatever that thing was and try to stay to familiar areas for now, just to make sure we don't run into any more unforeseen circumstances that could make this a lot shorter expedition than we anticipated.
So I don't think we necessarily need to avoid him. I think we just need to probably just blindside it, because I don't think that thing is safe to kind of just leave tentacle wriggling around down there.
Well, as far as I've seen, it never followed us out the room. So.
Oh, we've been gone a little while. Oh God, he's on the map.
You just hear, wait. No, I'm just kidding.
Either way, Either way, we need to make sure we survive and make sure that we figure out what's going on with this flame.
Yeah, I think the only places we haven't checked are areas where Xiid might be lurking, though. So I think it's a really real possibility. We'll have to just, take him out.
Do you want to see that thing again?
No, but I'd rather see it one more time and live than see it one more time and die.
Azar turns his back to Gier, kind of slowly looking at Zuref, and then he looks back at Quin, and he just kind of says through the flame of the forge, "No one's gonna die, not on my watch."
Damn.
Not on our watch, buddy. Not on our watch. You
just
you
make
cover
sure
the
you point
front. I got the back, and I just start pointing the gun a little bit.
You just make sure you don't point that at me, please.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. I have excellent trigger control.
Right.
Roll 1d100. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you know what? You know what? We're doing it.
Oh
boy.
God.
Jesus.
Oh boy.
That's fine.
Roll 1d4. North.
Easy.
East. South. Okay. You fire to the south as the gun goes off. Azar, go ahead and make a reflex save.
Easy dodge.
You manage to like trip over the side of the forge and fall out of it as the bullet comes flying out. Like,
Oh boy.
As I stand up from the trip, I am obviously very upset at what just happened.
Oh.
And I'm gonna roll intimidate for this. Let me see.
Oh my.
Without turning towards Gieric, he just sees the flames on my head start whipping wildly, and the flames in the forge start burning brighter. And I just yell, "What did I just say?"
Okay,
Do
hold
not
on,
point that
hold
thing
on.
at me, and do not fire that thing in my forge.
No, you know what? I want to bluff his ass and say I didn't do it.
Okay. I mean, you are shaken. Holy
Jesus.
shit!
I didn't do it.
What the fuck is this?
Holy fuck. In the words of Shaggy, say it wasn't you.
me.
Holy moly. I mean, you get to roll sense motive.
Let me see. Well,
Fucking snipers! We're under attack! Oh god.
Zuref stirred slightly at the sound of the gun and the yelling of Azar, but felt very much at home by those sounds and went right back to sleep.
Quin is still motionless.
Anyway, now that that's taken care of, I'm gonna just go into my corner and probably sit down for a little bit. You think we should probably get some rest, up, big guy?
I just walk back into my forge and sit down for a bit. Gieric doesn't know I'm watching him. Wait for him to go to sleep.
I just feel the fiery pinpricks of his vision as I'm trying to sleep, but also like God, I hope he doesn't actually try to kill me for that.
Yeah.
Just let me know. Just let me know when you fall asleep, big dog. Just let me know.
I'm still awake. Don't worry.
All right. It's
And the
already
night
good,
and the night progresses.
Bubbles just start coming up in the water. Oh, God.
Whenever Gieric falls asleep. Wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Wait, just fucking hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Gieric falls asleep, Azar's gonna go over, take Gieric, put him face first in the water. It's not letting me select him.
You can't.
That's fine.
You can't.
Oh, and then I'm just gonna go back to my forge.
Okay.
Little does he know, I always sleep that way.
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Wait,
Morning.
is he the reason I always end up there?
Morning comes in the tank with you. Just face first. All right. You guys come to about 8 o'clock.
Zuref just gets up and goes over and checks on Quin. Just kind of stares at him intently until he feels his presence.
Quick question: does the sleep reset my hit points back to max or no?
What were you at?
I'm at 30 out of 38.
Yeah, I think well rested under safe conditions is like 3 times. It's for you guys. I think it would be 4 times your hit die plus max. So yeah, probably you're basically all back to full.
Safe conditions, he says. There's a maniac out there sniping at us.
Polly just turns and looks at you like. Turns himself into a ship's cannon for a moment.
Quin finally feels Zuref staring at him, but he gets up in such a panic, and he actually has his it is Ray of Frost. Like his hand is like icy, and he's got it cocked back like he's ready to attack. And then he realizes that it's Zuref, and he kind of lowers his guard a little bit, kind of grabs his forehead, and it's just like, did I feels up one of his horns. Did I chip a horn last night?
Oh god.
I look down at Quinn and I go, "Hey, listen, do you remember anything from last night? Anything we talked about?"
I remember dancing on the table,
Mm-hmm.
and I think my tail whipped the barmaid in the face, but I'm not sure.
That's great. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Nothing else happened, and yep, we're all set, good to go.
You're being really weird. Whatever.
I just
he just
turn
kind
around
of
and
goes
walk
over.
away.
He goes over to the little pool of water that Gieric is usually face down in, and just has a drink. Realizes the water he just drank and spits it out, and just like is just kind of confused and trying to like understand where he's at right now.
There's like heavy metal in it. You're just like, well,
Hair follicles. And
yeah.
skin.
This tastes like trash. No offense. And he looks at Gieric.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Azar just wakes up from the flames, stands up, lets out a big stretch, and just shakes the soot off his body. And looks with a little amusement that G. Eric's still face down in the water.
I'll just wake up, do my normal routine, wipe my face of that gross forge water, put on the vest, straighten up a little bit, brush off the sleeves, make sure the goggles work for the day, little zoop zoop, like make sure they go on then back off real quick. Look at Azar, notice that I'm not dead yet, which is great, which means that he probably believed me when I said it wasn't me that shot at him, which is great. And then I think I'm good to go.
All right. Quinn, what spells do you want to prepare for today?
Let's see here. I think I was about to say you could probably just leave what you have. Let me do Deadeye Zero. For level 1s, we'll do Deadeye Zero. We'll do Shocking Grasp, Illusion of Calm, And let me do auditory hallucination.
Okay. What
And
about?
then level 2, we'll
Yeah.
just keep those.
All right. Righteous. Anybody got anything they want to do? Shop, craft, etc. Oh, who has the lockbox right now?
I think Jarek.
I think me. Hold on. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think Derek.
sounds right. Let me just.
I mean, I know you guys took it. I don't know if we ever put it on the sheet, but I see you weren't
I
able
might
to
not
open
put
it
it on the sheet.
at the time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I have it on the sheet.
As a reminder, it has a white square instead of a brown or black square, so it doesn't seem to open normally with the key card you have, but you could always attempt to try and pick it. If you guys want.
I'm okay.
Are you?
I'm still too groggy to really
He's been replaced.
use right this minute.
He doesn't want loot. It's not him. Kill him.
As Jarek is looking at the lockbox, I pull out the Jaws of Play thing. Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? Let's try a more delicate touch first, buddy. But I like where your head's at. And then screw it. I'll try it.
All right. Make an engineering roll first.
Ooh, okay. I like that one.
Polly will help. It's a box. Ah. All right, so it looks like the locking mechanism's over here. That's just a scratch. You're poking at the scratch with the lockpick. Over here. Come on. Get in my light. All right. Go ahead and attempt to disable device.
I don't have to attempt it because we feast in this. Okay.
Oh boy.
Only thing you eat is a fofo, big dog.
Doesn't have it.
That's the title of the episode.
Oh, he also rolled the 4. Well,
Can I make an attempt while watching them fiddle around with it?
you absolutely can.
Like the big lug that I am.
Of course.
I want.
He's gonna somehow read the thing that says "open here" in the language that only he fucking reads.
Well, you gotta have the key card proper first. Hang on
What's
one
that?
second. Let me just get the actual rule for that. Stand by 1 sec. Nearly there. Hang on. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. Jesus Christ. Sorry. There's just there are penalties for failure. So
Oh yeah. Well, you're going into the Elder Scrolls right now to find it. I'm sure.
yeah, basically.
It's one of those "don't worry, your players won't try this" kind of notes.
No, it's actually one of the first warnings I think about it. Let's see.
What is self-destruct?
Nuclear launch detected. What do you think they meant by that?
Shoot, I don't know. What's that thing coming at us?
I think it was in
It's just a footnote. They all have that.
It was in the main hallway, wasn't it? Yeah. C1. Aha. Smash open. Okay. You can attempt to open it with the grippers, and I'll give you a +4. It's gonna be a strength check. Or you can try to bash it open. But there's a chance that could potentially spoil some of the things inside.
I'll just strength check, see if I can get that bad boy open. Let's see if we can do it.
Feast. +4,
+4.
Not enough.
I walk over and give it the old college try, staring Jarek in the face as I get red and blue in the face until I can't breathe anymore.
Oh my god.
And I just hand it back to him.
Azar, you want to try?
Maybe we can find the key.
Yeah, after seeing Zuref struggle a bit, I'm going to go ahead and give it a try.
Oh, still not. You want to try raging? Either one of you. I'll give you.
That's including with their +4, right?
Yes.
Oh boy.
No, I'm good.
Azar,
Try it.
Azar got kind of close. It's like it started to pry, and just.
After failing, I'm just going to turn to everyone and say, while you figure this out, I'm going to go get Val. She has something to tell us. And I walk out to go get Val.
Okay. Well, she'll come back in with you.
And then you hear me saying, "So, gentlemen, what we have here is an unopenable adamantine alloy that just cannot be damaged or opened without the proper key. Thus, I propose that we find the proper key."
Second.
Thank you, Paulie. Someone's talking. Okay, I appreciate it.
Zuref is the colors return his rest face. Aye. Yes,
finally not winded. Like,
if I had drank that much last night, I'd probably get that open in a quick second. But
I'm sure you would have, buddy. I'm sure you would have.
I had hoped.
I'm hearing
I hoped you.
Zuref talk about drinks. Quinn has to run outside and throw up.
Someone needs to get that man a drink.
The hair of the dog, so to speak.
Hair of the cat in this case.
I kind of walk more into the forge so Val doesn't have to see Quinn yakking all over the place.
Yeah. He wasn't drunk, he was irradiated. That's all. Anyway, what's up, Toots? And she'll reiterate the rope explanation for the group. That there's folks working on it right now. Should probably take an hour or two.
The math checks out on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does. I did all the calculations myself as you were explaining it. The math checks out.
All right. Well, what do you guys want to do? Shop? Re-up? Dive back in? What's the plan?
Are we gonna... I'm just Quinn talking to the group. Are we going back in?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we have to.
Back in.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
You guys gonna reiterate your Xiid solution conversation from last night?
Yeah, so Xiid's gonna be down there probably. Honestly, I kind of hope so. I'd hate to think if he just kind of disappeared, you know. And I think that we should probably perforate, slash, smash, and bash him until he stops moving.
If I remember correctly, if I can recall, he never left the room, and there was a doorway that went past him. We had went a different direction for Khonnir, but there was a double door that ran perpendicular to his room, and so I don't know if we'll necessarily have to approach the creature or not, unless he somehow slipped out of the door as we left.
Okay, he haunts my
That's pretty
nightmares.
much what I
We're
said
shooting
last time.
him. We're shooting him. He's scary, and he only says his name, and he asks too many damn questions. We need to kill him. He's just terrifying, and I don't want to die.
Aren't you the one that's always trying to avoid a fight?
Look, one more fight so I don't have to look over my shoulder the rest of my life.
If you want to take your little boomsticks and do whatever you do with them to him, that's fine. I'm going to avoid him as long as he's not outside of that room.
If we do run into him, though, I need the group to understand that when we fell this foul beast, I am bringing his corpse back with us.
Why?
These townspeople need to see what we're up against down there. They need to see what we are doing. They need to see how strong we are and how hard we have to work to restore their town, the working man, as one would say.
Is this about getting free places to sleep again?
No, it's about me getting the loot I deserve. Now let's go.
Hold on.
All right. I'm thoughtfully behind that.
As you guys are discussing this plan, everybody go ahead, roll 1d100.
Oh god, not again. More snipers.
Oh, we're rolling to see if we step on his vomit, I'm sure.
No. Nothing so droll.
Come on, Reddit post, Reddit post, Reddit post.
You know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, Reddit.
First one of the year. Let's go, baby.
Oh my god.
Interesting.
Don't say the I word, DM.
It's the red button press meme, and for Kurt, it's like the slash and the R.
All right. Zuref and Quin, as you guys are talking this whole thing through, both of you realize that you can't let this fucking thing live. There's not a chance. Like, if it gets out, if it grows the balls to leave wherever you left it, it's going to be a major problem.
Zuref, I mean, as much as I want money, like, this thing's gonna slaughter everyone, right?
Yeah, I've already convinced myself that I want to kill it. I want to bring its corpse back. I want to slam it on the tavern floor and put my foot on top of it.
Can I slap a tankard on it after you do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend.
Quin had his hand out with a fist waiting for Nux, and he kind of just slowly brings it back to his body. And squints his eyes and like is really suspicious of Zuref.
I'm going to roll bluff.
Yeah, bluff versus sense motive. Oh boy.
I need to roll sense motive then?
Yeah.
Famine. Oh!
Oh, that is an 18 versus 19.
Wowzers.
You see right through him.
As this happens, Quin has the sudden realization and kind of his memory comes flooding back from the night before. You called me your pet. He immediately sticks his hand back out like he's going to give him Nux. And as soon as Zuref like looks at his fist, he immediately flips him off and turns away.
As he's walking away, I say gently under my breath, actually, you said you weren't my pet. I didn't say I was your. You know what? It's fine.
Yeah. All right. As you guys head to the cave entrance, there are guide ropes in the lake now that you can pull yourselves on. That'll give you a +10 to your swim checks. So send them.
Oh God, how many do we have to do?
Just one successful one.
Swim check?
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna drown.
Oh no!
Swim.
Oh man, Quin with the nat 1.
Damn.
The other 3 are okay. As they realize you're like flailing in 2 feet of water behind them. Somebody want to go back and
I
aid?
would love to go back and aid him.
Okay.
He's got to go get his pet, dude.
I would love to go back and aid him. Do I need to roll anything?
Yeah, go ahead and swim.
What am I rolling?
Just roll swim for him.
Swim again? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh, I was really hoping for another crit fail.
All right. Quin, roll again. We'll see it. Hey! With the help of your good pal, you're able to orient yourself correctly, pull yourselves to shore.
I like to believe that you were holding onto my shoulder as we were swimming back.
Well, navigate yourselves.
Sure. Zuref,
We're
as
not
he-
going into the first layer of the darkest depths of Dermanen or whatever she said it was, right?
Narboth.
Narva, the Darklands. Zuref is taking a moment to breathe in the fresh cave air. It's like a old stomping ground at this point. Looks at Giark and says, "We can if you want to."
No, I'm okay. I think we should just, continue on our path we were already continuing upon.
Well, without the restriction of water breathing, let's push on. We can move right through. And Zuref just starts to scale the wall and immediately start to go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I follow suit.
Cool. We're just
Same.
moving. We're just moving and grooving. Solid, I'd say. Walking at a decent 3.0 pace. Like we're moving just slightly faster than normal walking speed as we're just kind of walking through.
No!
No!
As we're walking through, I stay as far away from the hole as technically possible as while walking next to Azar.
You guys want to shoot a flare down it while you're here?
That's up to Giark.
Guys, I really want to go down there.
I'm
Hey,
alone
Zuref.
by the door.
Hey,
And I
Zuref.
kinda-
He kind of kicked some sand into the pit, and he's like, "This could be so much fun."
Hey, Zuref, why don't you shoot that flare that I gave you down there?
Zuref pats the sides real quick and carries it over to the hole and
Just
points
point and shoot interface. That's all it is.
holding it by the actual barrel.
Okay, well, hand back a little bit, buddy. You can just one hand it around the grip.
And points it straight down the hole and closes his eyes and pulls the trigger.
No, don't close your eye. Don't close. Oh boy.
It just streaks past down the hole. Bright phosphor red light. Keeps going and going and
Zuref
going.
also throws the flare gun with it.
That's fair.
You can make a reflex save. Try to save it.
No, it's good.
Okay. It's
There
gone.
we go.
First 100 and then 200 and then 3 and 4. Everybody roll perception who's looking in the hole.
In the hole. In the hole.
Up, that one.
Quin is on a roll right now.
Mm-hmm.
My eyes are closed as I look in the hole.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Eric and Zuref, both of you see about 300 or 400 feet down, almost like the max. Like you're straining against the dark as the flare is slowly now drifting down, continuing to go. There's something analogous to a mountain goat. It's like very hesitantly walking, and it's like caught out in the light. And as you watch, it slowly relaxes and starts to confidently stride forward as a reptile roughly the size of the Foundry Tavern scoops it up in its jaws and disappears into the darkness as the flare keeps falling.
No. Nope.
Quin, there was a creature down there that was bigger than the Foundry. Okay, we're not going down there. All right, we're just
Nope. I'm good. I'm gonna go this way.
Hearing G. Eric making all that ruckus, I asked, "What did you see?"
I saw something get eaten by a much bigger something. We could I think Zuref saw it too. We could see it. It was big. It was in the hole. We could see it pretty clearly. If it was big going that deep in the hole, it's got to be enormous. Like bigger than a gigantic skeleton would be. Yeah, so we're not going there.
Azar raises his eyebrows, very surprised. He's just like, "Yeah, let's open this door."
Yeah, let's go.
Quin goes, "Yeah, but Zuref is a giant dick, and he's not that big of a problem. We could do it."
I've already walked away.
Quin just kind of puts his head down and just kind of mopes as he walks away.
All right, yeah, let's push through.
Hey, robot.
Beep.
Hey there, bud.
Beep boop.
Oh, hi there.
What is beep boop?
What is beep?
That's
I learned to
we're
code.
no. He's starting on Adventure Quest 2.
Hey, wait a second. Did we ever figure out what this door was?
I don't think you guys ever went in there.
Let them get you guys interested.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're not. We found Khonnir, and we're no longer beholden by the water breath. We have plenty of time. Quin, there could be loot in here.
What do you say, Quin? It's not a gigantic hole with a freakish monster inside, hopefully, but we can still open it.
Oh, you guys did. That's where you found the grippers and the other stuff.
That's what I said.
Oh.
We open another door and it's just an empty closet. And we're all disappointed.
Yeah, it basically is. I don't know why fog reset there.
Aw. Okay.
I turn to Azar and I say, "Some plan, huh?
Repeat that, please.
Some plan we got here, huh?"
I kind of chuckle slightly and just keep pressing forward. Kind of waving my hand behind him to follow suit.
Meanwhile, the gunman's got the zoomies.
That's called meth, baby.
Oh man, I'm so messed up right now.
The Alkenstar Alliterator. Bum, 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 bum.
As we walk through this desert, since it is a pretty large space, Zuref takes the time to look at the group and start to try to make conversation. We found Khonnir, and all of us are a little bit, once again on this path, but he looks at Azar and says, "It's probably about time we start to get to know each other, huh?"
I look down at him and I just kind of I look at him. I don't say much. I don't say anything and just wait for him to continue.
And we're just walking steadily at this rate, by the way, as we're moving through. It's just, we kind of, I don't think I ever thanked you for saving my life when I first arrived in this forsaken town. You were already here. You were already working the forge. I mean, where do you hail from? What do you believe in? I guess.
I believe in freedom. I believe
Freedom.
in pursuing a life that you want to live. I don't believe in constrictions. I don't believe in being bound. I believe in doing as you please.
How'd you find yourself with Khonnir?
For a time, I've lived, I guess, as a nomad, just kind of traveling and working, doing my stuff at the forge. And I came upon Torch, and I was here for a bit before Quin came along, and then you two became our job to go and recover.
Did you guys ever get paid for that? I say laughingly.
Knowing Quin, we probably did. What about you? What do you believe in?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say that I believe in anything that hasn't already been told to me by somebody else.
Oh man. Never mind. We'll deal with that later. Sorry. Keep going. Don't want to interrupt the flow.
At this point in time, I'd like to say I believe in honor, but I may have lost track of what that means some time ago.
What do you mean by
that? Decisions had to be made at a time of crisis, and I'm not sure if I've completely wrestled with my role in those decisions that were made. It's something that I cannot discuss, not if I'm going to succeed, not at this time. And I kind of
nods his, what?
Go ahead.
Not saying Azar kind of nods his head like understandingly.
And Zuref kind of withdraws back into himself and says nothing more to Azar as they continue walking.
There's a slight moment of silence between us before Azar breaks in and says, "I'm not a demon, by the way. I'm an Ifrit." You know what that is?
DM, would I know what that is?
It's rolled knowledge planes.
Okay, knowledge planes.
Yeah. The children of mortals and fire giants.
I look back at Azar and I say,
I mean, fire genies, not giants. Sorry.
I look at Azar and I go, yeah, I've heard of your kind for sure. I was taught to treat anyone that does not come specifically from my tribe, doesn't matter what you look like, to treat them with hostility. So I will reserve the demon comments from now on.
And my people are taught to enslave those we deem inferior to us. However, you can always make your own decisions in this world.
Well,
Quin just pipes up from the back. Cheers to that, bro.
I turn to Azar and I say, well, it's a good thing you and I know how to morally compromise. Otherwise, we might be having a immovable object versus an unstoppable force situation.
Azar kind of smirks and says, "Yeah, if that's the reality you wanted to believe."
That's so it will be. As Zuref smiles, kind of recognizing the ground in which Azar stands on. feeling much better from almost letting some things slip, Zuref comes out of his withdrawal to say, oh, again, we're making steady progress through this desert, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
to say, well, we can talk more after we get out of here if we choose to do so. I think we have a, albeit creepy, mind, uh, mind digging creature to destroy.
Yeah. Maybe at the forge, but Xiid, we're not dealing with Xiid.
Not yet.
Right.
And we're just
Yeah.
pushing along. I mean, we can continue. No, we're good. We're good. Keep
Oh,
the
yeah.
flow.
I was gonna say, Jarek, you've been abnormally quiet.
Oh yeah, you guys were just having a moment. I just thought I'd let you hash it out. Maybe help cool some of those hostilities we got going on. Maybe y'all become better friends. Yeah.
The piece was nice. Keep it up.
Use that word friend. Are any of you familiar with tieflings at all? Other than me?
I know of him.
Oh yeah, you see lots when you're as well traveled as me.
I turn back to Quin and I say something in halfling.
I guess.
Oh, hey, but what about second breakfast?
If you're familiar with tieflings, is there like a concentration of them somewhere, or I just yeah, do you see many of them?
Not as much as not so many as of late, but you see him here and there.
All right. Well, since you used the word friend, I guess I trust you guys enough that if we see any other tieflings, just don't bring me up. And Quin actually just like walks past Zuref and doesn't say anything more.
Zuref looks back at Gieric and kind of at Azar and kind of just does this with his hand to kind of make the motion of a mask, and then kind of nods over at Quin and starts to walk behind him.
Well, I guess we should probably follow them before they get too far, huh?
As we get closer to the door, I say to Gieric, I appreciate that you will share all these tales of us, even embellishing them. It reminds me a lot of a few specific people from my tribe. Eventually, you'll have to tell me the tale of your past and your history as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. Eventually.
What do you think he was trying to do in the Rubik's Cube, dude? Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hurt that he forgot about that, soul exchanging experience, but we're gonna just move on. And by the way, it's not embellishments. The things we do are pretty unbelievable. It's kind of cool, actually.
We'll wait till we bring this corpse back to town.
Yeah, I'll have to think of something new to say.
He's just John. As we walk through, is there anything, Chase, you said something like, oh, we'll deal with that. What happened?
I forgot about the power coupling I didn't ask you guys if you wanted to repair it or not.
Oh yeah, I saw
Uh,
that in my inventory. I forgot to ask too because we were busy looking at the other stuff.
yeah, hang on one second. So we can retcon that happened back at the forge if you guys want. Otherwise, we just do it later. Next time you're back in town, it's your call.
You know what? I didn't remember about it at the time. It's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get it later. No retcon necessary. All right. Well, if nothing else is going on, then I suppose we continue to move towards the door as we're continuing to just kind of feel our way around the familiarity of the hallways.
Quin stops in this doorway just for the airlock doors to like open up. He goes, "Yeah, purple," and then just continues around.
Walking back into this room. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, as we move into this room, Quin kind of like scrunches his face in like disgust. Quin, not being human, has slightly more enhanced like senses. So like his sense of smell, that like bloody hallway is like really getting to his sense of smell right now.
As Zuref walks in and sees the now dried blood trail on his left, the heat and warmth and the swelling of the thrill of battle starts to kind of build up in his chest, almost like an anxious excitement. And I draw my sword and my shield.
All right. The rest of you follow suit, or?
Oh yeah, you know I always got that thing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I see Zuref pull his sword out, I'm getting mine out.
Yeah, after seeing everyone pull theirs out, I just kind of unsheathed my cane sword.
Hey, looks like Azar's finally in on the plan.
I look back at the group and I say, now, who remembers this room? Who remembers the layout?
Oh, it was pretty straightforward.
Okay.
There's like 50 doors and 20 hallways.
Look, casual lies are my forte.
Of course. 30
Yeah,
bluff.
well, the bluff at 30.
30
yeah.
bluff earlier. Yeah.
If we know that Xiid, and I'm speaking quietly, but trying to keep my mental thoughts down pretty low too. If we know that Xiid rests in that northeast chamber, then we might want to take him from both sides, kind of a pincer.
That's not a bad idea.
Damn, we got
Possible we could catch him off guard.
tactics and
Quin looks at
everything.
Azar. Quin looks at Azar and kind of slightly mumbles, "Both sides, that's gay."
Azar hearing the statement, but focus on the Z situation, just asks, and what's our game plan of attack?
You just hear
Besides
him.
what?
You just hear Xiid going, "What's gay?"
What is gay? Explain. Gay.
So, for plan of attack,
But what does the Q stand for?
Best band in the world, buddy. Queen. Ha ha ha.
so turn to the group and say, Azar asks, what's the plan? Well, I think the most important thing is to steal your mind, steal your soul, fortitude yourself. Do not let this thing get into your head to the best of your ability. Do not listen to it. Trust yourself. The rest of it is what we always do. We rip, we tear, we maim, we shoot.
And are we sure our methods can actually hurt it? We've already encountered one creature that was impervious to a lot of our efforts.
I don't think we have a choice, Azar. I think we have to try.
As long as we survive.
I look back at Azar, knowing he's not speaking out of a place of fear, but speaking out of simple, practical nature, and I say, "Oh, we will. Oh, we will."
Quin is like getting amped now because he really wants to get revenge on Xiid. So he just like starts walking and he like sort of quietly looks back as he walks forward and goes, "Let's fuck him up."
By the way, Chase, this was my like pre-performance before I go into Raging Song when we actually get into the combat.
Yeah.
Just heads up.
I had a feeling.
It's like, yeah, it's my pre-speech.
I'm gonna. Who's going with who before we go too far?
I look at Gieric and I say, it would be best for you to go with the Azar. Let Quin and I take the other door.
I'm fine with
Quin
that if
looks-
he is.
Quin looks back and immediately goes, no, I'm going with Gieric.
Okay, sure. I'm popular today.
I look at Quin and I say, Gieric needs an
I
intimidating
immediately
force.
cut him off. I don't care. I'm going with Gieric.
I look at Gieric. I go, aim tight.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got this now. Quinn, I say we sneak up on him. So you wanna join me in a little quiet escapades?
I'm always down for a stealth mission.
Let's speaking of stealth missions, let's stealth on up there. What do you say?
Quin starts purring very softly as he follows Gieric.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Chase, can we go ahead and try stealthing it up?
You may.
God, I pray he hasn't escaped his chambers.
I
I guess we're gonna start going this way then.
Quinn starts putting pots and pans on his feet, like.
Ting, 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 ting. We need to get him some kitten mittens.
He forgot to take the bell off his neck.
Hang on one second. I'm drawing a combat map for us.
Okay, Quinn. How about you go ahead, because you seem a lot stealthier than I am right now. Be right behind you. Yay!
Hold on, I'm not on that map. Can't tell. Dunna, dunna, dunna,
Take your time.
dunna, 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 dunna.
That's sneaking music.
Dunna, dunna, dunna.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh God.
Dunna, dunna, dunna. Dunna, 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 dunna. What are
After
you?
seeing Gieric and Quinn sneak off, I look at Zuref and just say, I'm not the stealthy type.
What'd you say? What was the last thing you said?
No, I'm saying I look at Zuref and say, I'm not the stealthy type.
I just look back at his armor. I just nod at him. Trust me, I know. I take my sword out of my sword's still in my hand, and I kind of flourish it for a second, and I take it gently by the blade, and I toss the handle over to Azar, and I say, "Put some good luck on this blade. Give it a few swings, like we used to do in our tribe."
I take it by the handle, holding it because it's a different weight than my blade. And for a moment, right before I swing it, you can see the blade start turning red hot as I swing it, and I hand it back to Zuref.
And I just motion towards his cane sword. I just put my hand out. It's customary for warriors to trade weapons before a battle, if we truly
Azar
have
nods
each other's backs.
Azar nods at Zuref and hands him the handle to his cane sword.
And Zuref takes it out and starts to swing it real broad, like it's a broadsword, with no finesse whatsoever. And then looks back at it and hands it back to Azar and says, I don't want to be on the other side of that. It's clearly a
Azar
stabbing
slightly
weapon.
smirks and Azar slightly smirks and says, "Yeah, your weapon is something to be admired as well."
All right.
Shall we press forward?
Oh, yeah. And we just start walking into the middle of this hallway.
Position yourselves accordingly.
All right, Quinn.
Chase,
Yeah, you sneak up. I'll be. Yeah.
Let me go first, Jarek. Since you're a little stealthier than I am,
I'm
I'd
not
like to
even
maybe
here.
see if I can catch their attention. If you don't exist, the three of us could probably wail on him first, and then you come in for the kill shot. You know, like normal.
What is kill
Chase,
shot? Yes.
I can cast Mage Armor before going into the room, right?
Yes.
All right.
As could Quin potentially with Illusion of Calm.
Give him the strobies.
So, as Azar and Zuref reaches the end of the room, Azar is familiar with the door, knowing that that leads into the room that has Xiid, and he has his moment to himself. Whether or not Zuref notices, he's not sure, but he has his moments to himself where he's kind of in his head, and he has a flashback to the dream he had, and that imminent instinct to survive. And in that moment, he casts Mage Armor on himself.
Dun, dun,
Zuref looks over.
Do I have to do anything else like a buff or anything?
It's on the additional tab. I just made it another set of armor. I'll just turn it on for you until it runs out.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah, well done. All right.
Zuref looks over, noticing that his own shoulders, are a little bare. Smirks again and says, you take the front line, then.
Oh, Joe, you can use Arcane Pool too before it starts.
Arcane Pool is one standard action. To cast Illusion of Calm is the second, correct?
We're not in combat yet, so you could do them both.
Okay, well then I will pop them both.
Yep.
Quinn becomes all glitchy and just kind of whispers to Jarek, "You ready for this?"
Oh, I'm ready.
Yes. Well.
Oh, if we're ready to go. Oh, okay. If we're ready to go, Azar, Zuref looks at Azar and says, let's push.
Azar gives Zuref a head nod and steps through the door first.
And
DM, are
right behind him.
these doors are soundproof when they're closed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So we wouldn't hear the other airlock door go off or anything.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I look at Jarek and I say 3, 2, 1, and without anything else, any further hesitation, I just walk into the room.
Okay. Eric?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like peeking behind the corner a little bit, trying to still maintain my stealth.
Okay. In your minds, the 4 or 5 of you with Polly hear this wet, rumbling growl as he manifests out of thin air in the center of the room. position yourselves where you were. Uh,
I'll be normal. Oh, there he is. All right. Cool, that works.
okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? If the order of things happened that we came in second, if we saw that they were already like looking at him, if Xiid's not looking, would I be able to like slide over to like here?
You can attempt a stealth check momentarily, but we gotta... There's no surprise round, so let's roll initiative first.
Mm-hmm.
Already click your portrait beforehand.
Oh, I thought because I was already stealth, I would be able to do that.
He gets an opposed perception check.
So I click my portrait first. Let me see. Hold on. And then.
Oh.
Alrighty. There it is.
You remain unseen, although the telepathic connection might render that a little bit moot. I have no way of knowing that.
That's fine. I'm gonna use a grid
That should
point
be
and-
that should be against the wall as well.
Oh, that box thing there.
Yeah, it's a computer panel or something.
Okay, that's fine.
Shrink some stuff.
So kind of an open room, not really much for people to hide around.
Yeah, there's not a ton of cover.
Yeah, just visualize the room from the it's the same room from the last
Oops.
map. It's just now we're just zoomed in a little bit. Yeah.
You expect me to remember anything from 5 seconds ago?
Mm,
It's a tough ask, I know.
Who are you guys?
tall order.
Okay. All right, couple things gonna happen right off rip. I need everybody to make a will save just for looking at the rat bastard. This is unsettling appearance. Oh boy. It seems to project everything you fear, like a continuous slideshow of things that terrify you. Just moment to moment. It's going to incur a -2 penalty on all your attack rolls for everybody except Zuref.
That checks out.
Yeah. Everyone's favorite psychopath who has just hyped you guys up to no end. Mr. Eric, begin.
So as part of the initiative, I'm just gonna use a grit point and move half my movement up as well.
Okay.
And then I ain't got anything fancy this time. I'm a little bit too shaken, so we're gonna kind of just aim at that little guy who keeps questioning everything because I don't know why he does it, and we're just gonna take a good old shot at. That looks like about 30 feet, so that's the second increment, I think.
Yeah.
And that's with the -2 added already.
Oh, I see. Cool. Okay. So that is 20. That will hit.
Fantastic. And then I'm going to, just in case, should I even bother trying to attempt a stealth again, or does that not matter against this guy at all?
It probably doesn't matter. I'd say you don't know its capabilities, but if it can read your mind.
Then we'll do it anyway. Okay, that's a 5.
All right. Zuref?
I am going to. I'm going to stay right here and Zuref is going to shout as loud as he can to the rest of the party. Meanwhile, I'm going to cast Songbird. So, there is a just an incredibly intense, almost forced like music somehow flooding into this chamber with the rest of us. And Zuref is going to yell out to the rest of the group to not succumb to fear. Think of all of the things, all of the glory, all of the happiness that we will have once we slay and fell this foul creature. This is our moment. No longer for Khonnir, no longer for Torch, but for us. The first time we are doing something for us. And I go into an Inspired Rage.
Hell yeah.
And how many turns do I have on Inspired Rage with Songbird so I can write it down so I don't forget?
16, I'm pretty sure.
16. Okay, cool.
I'm going to accept the Inspired Rage.
Okay.
As am I.
All right, bang, Inspired Rage. It's on me now. Good. Try to get that all on there. Good. And yeah, I'm going to hang out right there.
Okay. Xiid is going to scream. No, not again! And it's going to let out that same shriek as before. Everybody go ahead and make a will save.
Good.
Oh boy. Well, good news is you're all nauseated. Please roll 1d4. Jesus.
Add nauseated to our conditions.
It just means you can only take a single move action per turn and nothing else.
Okay, so do we have to mark it or no?
No, I wouldn't mark it on the actual sheet.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can only take one move action?
That's your whole turn, yeah.
Okay.
And for how many turns?
Whatever you just rolled.
Okay, all right.
2 for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, just make sure I'm not missing a component of that. Unable to attack, cast spells, concentrate on spells, or do anything else requiring attention. The only action you can take is a single move action per turn. That might actually cancel Inspired Rage. I think that ends the effect. Do you have to force it? Like it has to be.
No, not that I'm aware of. Every turn it can be used as a free action.
Hang on, I just need to see.
A free action to renew it.
Cannot be disrupted, but if you're killed, paralyzed, conscious. I think you're prohibited from making a free action when you're nauseated. So I would say it's off for right now.
It's off for now? Okay.
Yep.
For my next 2 turns?
For the duration of the nausea, yeah.
Okay.
Then you'd have to start it again.
Okay.
Like you're no longer expending rounds, but because you have lingering performance, it still lasts for 2. You know what I mean? Like the effects will still remain, but
okay. But
you're not you're not going to be in it, and then like you'll have to use the standard to start it again when that's done.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to undulate over towards Gieric and end his turn. Azar?
Right, 1 second. Normal speed. Do. I'm gonna move down here. That should have been the 45. It doesn't mess up my mage armor, does it?
No.
Okay. And I think that's all I can really do for now.
All right. Quin?
We're all sick, boys.
Yeah.
Quin is just gonna move. Oh. Quin's just gonna move. Let's see. Probably about here.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
All right. Eric?
Okay, that's it.
Zuref?
All right. So this is turn 1 on nausea for me, which is good. When I pull up the measure thing, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Stupid thing. I have to move it out of my way. Okay. So,
Yeah, babe, it only says 4 inches. This thing's fucking broken. It's so stupid.
It says 30 feet.
It's so weird.
I'm gonna move about right here, and that'll end my turn. Turn
Okay.
1 on nausea.
Xiid will once again approach Mr. Eric.
I bet you will.
He is very angry about the flare gun incident. Still.
Look, what happened was in the past.
Bluff him. It wasn't me.
And he will attempt to whack you with one of his little tentacle things. Why did that not go off? Oops, wrong.
I don't see that. Oh, that's why it didn't work on me, because I'm already stupid.
First attack misses. Second attack misses. Oh, well, no. What's your touch AC?
It is no. They would both technically not hurt me. Can I use my bluff as my free action and
You don't get a
fall
free action.
over looking like I'm dead? Why not?
You're nauseated. You can only move.
That's
It's in lieu of. It replaces the action economy totally.
Oh my gosh! Never mind. That's dumb. Okay.
We sick, boys.
Indeed.
Neither famine nor feast.
What's your touch AC though?
It's 14.
Oh, okay. So they both miss. All right. He lets out a frustrating like. Nyah!
Can't
Azar?
hit a sick man.
Hold on. All I can really do is move about here. That should be 45. Yeah.
All right.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Quin?
Oh, Quin is gonna move here, and then he's gonna throw up a little bit in his mouth.
Very good. Okay. Azar and Zuref, you guys are back to normal on your respective turns this round. We're in round 2. Fight. Eric, you're still nauseated?
Oh, you got it. That's my turn. Just one step closer, and then provoke him.
Nice.
All right. I am back at it again. I am going to. I can move and still cast Inspired Rage, right? Now that I'm back.
Yeah, that's your turn though.
Okay, cool. I'm going to move right next to Azar, and I'm going to say sternly and loud enough for Xiid to hear me. that he cannot dampen our spirits and go back into inspired rage now for the first time again, if you will.
Okay.
And I accept it.
Interesting. Well, Xiid will shudder. He fears the golden-eyed one. And he will, again, attempt to take his frustration out on Gieric. Oh, that one hits. Please roll 1d6.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
That's not good. Okay, please.
That's not what I wanted.
Please reduce your hint, wisdom, and charisma by 5 points.
Oh my gosh.
I just how do you use this thing?
I can still speak fairly eloquently.
What is this?
Just start using
And he will take a 5-foot step.
I bet he will. I'm chomping at the bit.
Azar.
He doesn't even know that I'm already stupid, so it didn't do anything.
Chase, question.
Sure.
Can I move and then use my afterburners to charge at Xiid, or is that those two not allowed?
So like a charge is it eats up your whole turn. It's a move and an attack in one. So you can use afterburners for that.
But don't have to be like at a straight line at him?
Yeah, you can't be interrupted. You can go on a diagonal, it's fine. There just couldn't be something in between you.
Cool. So I'm gonna activate my afterburners. Gotta find them off. Okay, there. I just click on them.
I mean, we could just say they're on.
Okay, bet. And then I am going to. Is charge and overrun essentially the same thing?
Overrun is to run through their square and pass them by 1. Charge is you stop right in front of them and attack.
And what's bull rush?
That's to push them. So it replaces the attack. So it's like three variants of the same type of maneuver. So you can either run at him and attack, you can run sort of through him, and you would wind up here, right next to Gieric. Or you could attempt to bull rush and stop right in front of him and shove him if it succeeds a set amount of distance.
And if I was to do the one where I ran through him at the square next to Gieric, he gets the 1d6 fire damage or no?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's the overrun?
That's overrun, yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my afterburners to overrun through Xiid.
And I'm just double checking that real quick. CMD. Okay, so go ahead and roll a CMB. Bravo.
CM. Okay.
Ooh, I think that goes through. Where's his CMD at? Yeah. Okay. As you successfully overrun him, sort of blow past as he's caught in the scorch of the afterburners. Go ahead and roll, what is it, 1d6? Oh,
Wow.
bum, 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 bum.
I wish I could have rolled that.
Got it out of the way early then. Okay. Quin, still nauseated?
Still nauseated. This will be technically what, round 2 or 3?
This is 2 currently.
Okay.
Or no, sorry, two rounds have passed of the nausea. This is the third
So
round.
this is round 3.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to move a little bit closer. Kind of consider it like, I guess if we were looking at Quin, he's just kind of like zigzagging back and forth, holding himself, just trying to like battle this nausea that he's feeling. So he's not really like super coherent in the direction he's moving.
Right on.
Baby steps.
He's like he like goes to approach, and it's just like a wave hits him. He's like, oh.
Yeah, he kind of
staggers.
Back a
yeah,
bit and tries to do it again. Kind of staggers back a little bit. He's just kind of doing that the past couple turns.
Okay.
Probably helps that he's all glitchy too, so it probably looks really weird.
Yeah, he probably did like a strobe light going on back there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is top of round 4. Mr. Eric, retarded and nauseated.
My friend here's gonna fuck you up. I just kind of like pat Azar on the shoulder and kind of just lean there for a second as I try not to throw up. That's it.
Okay. Zuref?
Okay. I am going to go ahead and attempt to draw first blood on this guy.
Rambo?
I got my measuring tool out here. Yeah, that should work. Okay. I'm going to first move and then take my standard action after that. Does that sound okay?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and move here. And then I'm going to cast Bladed Dash, allowing me to end up in the square right behind him.
Okay.
For the group, Blade Dash can allow me to dash through him, leaving a cascade of images behind me, and I can take a swing on him without an attack of opportunity from him, with some other modifiers in there. I can't remember what they are, though.
It's listed if you click it.
Circumstance bonus on your attack roll. So I just click it for the damage, or do I click?
Just click it. Let me see if I put it in as an attack or not. I don't know if I did.
Okay.
I did not. So it is. So roll a standard attack, like your regular weapon attack, and then we also add your charisma bonus to it.
Okay, but I first have to actually dash through him before I actually take. Yeah, okay.
Correct.
So I'm going to go ahead and cast Bladed Dash and move straight through his body, leaving a trail of images behind me. Oh, when I hit my Inspired Rage, by the way, I summoned my totem along with it. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We going anime.
I completely forgot that I summoned my totem.
Swing. All right, make your attack first. We'll resolve that.
Cool. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and attempt to hit this bastard with my short sword. Let's go ahead and swing at him. That's definitely not going to hit.
Ooh, misses, unfortunately. But it looks really cool as you have this like Sandevistan fucking like multi-copies trailing behind you.
Hell yeah.
As you try to slice at him, but he literally wriggles, like it's like an octopus or a Spanish dancer. Like just gross. Not a
Shakira.
No. It's a type of sea animal. Anyway, it's just Colombian. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. Again, your turn.
That does it my turn. Also, how many times can I use Bladed Dash?
It's up to you for second level spells. It depends. Like I think you have 2 per day.
Okay.
And you're spontaneous, so it doesn't matter. You can. Oh, you have 3 per day, so you could use it 2 more times if you wanted. You could use it no more times, or one more and one Allegro cast, or vice versa.
Gotcha. Okay, I marked it to show that I did it. Okay.
All right.
All
right. A bit afraid. Xiid is going to wheel on this new threat. Where do you want your dummy, by the way? Your spirit.
My spirit, I like him attached to me, like above Xiid.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Don't I get
Alright.
one as well for accepting Inspired Rage or no?
Yes, if you want it.
Yes.
And where do you want it? Ping the
Side
spot.
of Xiid.
Okay. It's a little sandwich. A little Xiid sandwich.
Mhm.
Right there.
Does my spirit take the attack roll too, or no?
Yeah, you get to attack with it. So, let's
Yeah, you
say,
could.
it's a slam. It is not going to hit, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Anyway, wheeling on this strange, very angry man who appeared behind him, the one he's most afraid of, he's going to attempt to, once more, render you insensate.
Oh, hold on.
What's your touch AC?
Hold on. Before we do that, did we add my modifier, intelligence charisma modifier, to my attack on him?
It's to the damage, I think. Is it not?
It says you get a circumstance bonus on your attack roll equal
Oh.
to your intelligence or charisma modifier, whichever is higher, which both are 2, I believe.
No, they're 4.
4. Charisma's 4. Mhm.
Yeah. So then that would hit. Okay, I was mistaken.
Okay.
I thought that added to damage, so we'll mark that.
Sick.
Very nice. 7 points slash damage.
So it not only looked sick, it was sick.
It was gnarly. Fucking 360 no scoped him. Gave him a
Hell
little,
yeah.
gave him a little choppy chop.
Looked at Quin. Thought in my head, you're not the only one who can wig out and glitch out.
Pretty sure Quin has
Trying
bladed
not to
dash
throw
too.
up, but I throw up the Shaka sign with my hand.
Okay.
Oh, my touch AC is 10, by the way.
10. Oh yes. Please roll 1d6.
You got it.
Feast, feast, feast.
Okay, in the temp column,
Mhm.
reduce your int, wisdom, and charisma by 4.
Got it. Good.
And let me just double check. Skald page. Seth charisma is 10 plus 2. Okay. So you're alright as far as still able to cast spells and such. But just took a pretty steep hit to the wisdom and the intelligence there.
Yeah.
This is gonna feel that one for sure. All right.
I turn to Azar and I say, I drew first blood.
Stallone, is that you?
This is gonna take a 5-foot step. Okay. Azar, speak of the devil.
Hey, it's me, your boy, Azar on the ones and twos. So he did 5-foot step. I am going to move here, and after realizing, that he done stupefied not only Zuref, but realizing that G-Eric is a little bit more dull than he normally is.
Hurtful.
I am going to cast Scorching Weapons on my cane sword.
All right.
I have my power attack on. Where's it? Oh. So there's that. And then I am going to attempt to attack with my cane sword, stabbing the bastard in one of the tendrils.
All right. Oof. Not gonna do it. It's a shame because that would have hurt. But
That's right.
they writhe out of the way. It's no fire, no fire. Quin?
Oh, can my spirit go
Yeah.
for the unattacked
Sorry.
one?
Forgot about that. We gotta do spirits. Slam. Oof. Again, it too misses.
Rigged.
Alright. Shut the fuck up. Quin, still nauseated? Last round?
Quin is still nauseated. Last round. Let me find out where. Okay. Quin is going to move here because that's my 30 feet that I can move.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will end my turn. Thank you.
Okay. Everybody go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh,
That's the one.
good. That better be with our wisdom reduced.
Perception, not
Linguistics, Quinn. You didn't even get hit by the tentacle.
I fat-fingered my...
Okay. Quinn, you're the only one who can see this, as you're close enough.
Yeah, I'm like pulling out of my nausea.
Yeah, you're like starting to come out of the fugue. You see it, whereas G-Eric is still like retching for the moment, although he's about to regain his senses. He's a little retarded. You see
A little?
that the slash that Zuref inflicted is starting to like re-knit and heal itself from the inside.
Oh, no.
Mr. Eric!
Okay.
Hello.
Fuck.
You're up.
Can I fight again?
You're back. You're just stupid.
Do I still have that -2 penalty from the beginning of the fight?
You do.
Okay. You know what? Mama didn't raise no bitch. We're gonna put on deadly aim. We're gonna shoot this guy right in the something. Hang on, let me get all these negatives in here real fast. There we go. That looks better.
Oh, that'll hit. Jesus. Continuing his fear of the gun. He just recoils like, ah!
He said no fire. Well, I got a firearm.
Okay.
And then we of course reload as we are wont to do.
Back to retarded Zuref.
Mm-hmm. It's looking rough right now. All right, I am going to go ahead and once again I'm going to cast Bladed Dash on him, and I am going to do Bladed Dash, and I'm actually going to go all the way to here while still being able to take my attack on him as I slide through, which is the way it reads, if I'm not mistaken.
Sorry, say that part again.
I can. So it basically says that I can, at any point along this 30 feet, I can attack him.
Yeah,
as I'm going through.
correct.
Okay, and I don't have to end next to him. I could end anywhere as long as it's not occupied space.
Yeah, as long as it's a free square.
All right, cool. I am going to go ahead and now try to attack him again since I just used Bladed Dash.
And it'll be +4 because of charisma. Or well, no,
Plus
not
2,
it'll be
'cause yeah.
whatever the current charisma mod is. Yeah.
It'll be +2. Yep. Mhm. Let's go take a swing at him.
God damn. Swing. Oh
He
my
doesn't even
wa.
see it. He
Oh
doesn't
my
even
wa
see it.
shindaru.
Maybe don't call us dumb, huh?
He doesn't even see the images. As I slide through with my sword gleaming its beautiful gold and blue with the recent touch of Azar's hand.
Z.
Is he deflating?
He's crying, perhaps.
And I would also like my totem to try to hit him. Slam him down.
Okay.
Squish the balloon.
Come on, totem.
Hey. 1 point.
We got one.
All right. And the spirit has to follow you. We say that it attacked first, but it will.
Wrong spirit. Thank you.
American spirit.
Gross.
Speaking of which, Mr. Eric, you are within reach. Sensing his time is near. Xiid is going to attempt to unload as a full attack action. He's going to swing with 2 tendrils and attempt to bite you as well.
Is he gonna try to put me in a coma?
Holy shit, he's with a whole attack action?
Okay.
I don't think either of those hit, do they?
Unless one's against touch now.
No.
Yeah.
That one looks like it will.
That one will hit.
Yeah, a little chomp chomp. Fire!
Who was that against?
That was against
That's
Gier.
The retard that we call Jared.
Hurtful.
Mega buku hurtful, dude.
I just imagine Xiid like swooshing around the room really fast as he's doing this.
Okay.
Because he's deflating.
And
Yeah,
that
he's
will
flying around.
that will end his turn. Azar, you're up.
I am once again going to use scorching weapons as my swift action. And I'm going to stab him with the sword cane.
Feast, 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 feast.
In the face.
Oof.
Jesus Christ.
God damn, that's 2 in a row. It's 2 12s to hit, I think. And 2 14 damages.
Yo, my roll 20 don't like me. It's fine.
Oi. Rigged. Alright.
Rigged.
You want your spirit to attempt to take a
Please.
swing?
That's all I got right now. Nope,
Damn.
See, no.
Just again, he's a slippery pickle, this little Xiid.
He's
Well, big-
12.
Flippier than Quin.
Little big Xiidi.
12.
Speaking of
Nice.
whom, Quinestral.
Yo, maybe hit him.
I am going to use one of my arcane points to activate Precision Strike.
Okay.
Well, actually, hold on. First, I'll move next to Xiid. So I'll cast my move first. I will use one of my points for Precision Strike Longsword, and then I will swing with said Longsword. So that would just be P Strike Longsword damage on my chart, right?
Let me just double check.
Or is it the P Strike Crit SS Longsword?
No, I don't think it's the crit one. I think it's just the regular. The precision strike longsword damage requires you to hit first. So go make an attack with Masterwork Longsword all the way at the top, but we ignore the damage, and then click P Strike Longsword damage if it hits. Which it hits, so go ahead, click the P Strike damage for Longsword. That's not right.
Oh yeah, hey Chase, should I have been doing my cheap shot damage on this guy?
Refresh my memory what cheap shot is.
Oh no, as if they're unarmed and I hit them, then I just do extra damage.
He's not unarmed.
Bro, okay, we gotta adjust that then, because nothing in this entire game has been unarmed that has not had weapons.
Yeah, natural attacks are armed. You're considered armed for the purposes of that. It should just be 8 plus strength. Yeah, okay. There it is. So it's 12 damage is what it actually is. All right.
Get him, Quin.
Sorry about that. I don't know why
Okay.
I didn't fill the damage die in on that for some reason. So
All right.
boom. Nice big hit. Let's fucking go. Okay. Back of the round. A little fast healing going on.
So, real quick before we move into the next turn for Gier, you said that I was the only one who had seen that he was kind of stitching himself up. At this point, or we're hitting him faster than he can stitch himself up, correct?
It appears that way, based off of
Okay.
the past few hits. Been pretty serious. All right, Simpleton Eric.
You guys are so mean. I'm the one doing all the damage.
Not true.
No.
No,
That's fine. I can miss one shot.
that
I've
10,
still done more.
that 10 is minimum damage too.
That's fine.
So, all right. Back to Zuref, unless you want to do something else.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Reload.
Yeah, I
That's just
assume
assumed,
it's
yeah.
assumed.
That's part
If
of
I
it.
need to use my bonus for something else, I'll make sure to specify that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I am going to, from this position, seeing that I think it's getting weaker and noticing that it hasn't once and tried to infect my mind since it made me stupid, or maybe it has and I just haven't paid attention to it all. I am going to attempt to cast ear-piercing scream at it, if I can.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go and click that. Bang.
Fortitude save. What is the save to prevent as well? Hold on.
So it negates the day's effect and has the damage.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, let's see if he makes it before we do anything. So while he's able to resist, at least partially,
Mhm.
it seems to affect him greatly. The sonic nature of this, like his reaction is no. Is that
Sick.
damage die correct?
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. You're fourth level. Okay, I was just making sure that it wasn't supposed to be 3d6. Okay. So we'll take some damage, but not as much, but more
As per
more
usual.
than what you would think.
You see my hair kind of just start to kind of move up, and you see my veins come out of my neck real hard. My face gets real red, and my mouth opens, but nobody hears anything. They just see the creature start to writhe in pain and agony.
Get him.
Well done.
Mandos have ears. Got him.
Surrounded now by the 6 of you, panicked, afraid. You will, let's see, what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take a 5-foot step, so as not to incur. And he will attempt to destroy his latest attacker. Oh,
Yeah, neither of those hit. That's gonna hit.
that one does. It's just desperation. He manages to dig into you with his many, many lamprey-like teeth. And that will end his turn. Azar?
Get his ass.
Pop the balloon. 3rd time's the charm.
Now very frustrated that my previous two attempts to attack Xiid have failed. Azar's gonna cast off Inspired Rage, enter his Lupin Frenzy.
Oh, hell yeah.
State.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna move 1 square over, and as he enters his Lupin Frenzy, Eric and Quin have a full view of like his jaws is getting more muscular, and as he's entering that state, he's going to cast Scorching Weapons on his teeth, and I'm going to attempt to bite the bastard.
Feast, feast, feast,
There we
feast.
go.
Let's
It's
go.
literally
Hey,
feast.
Fight him back.
How do you do
Fight him
it?
back, yeah.
Let's go.
So I go and I take I with my teeth heated up, take a big chunk out of a tendril and rip it off. And as I my jaw turns away, I just release the tendril, let it fly across the room. He also takes the +1 fire damage.
Oh, he's dead, brother.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, how do you kill
But
him?
he still
That's
takes
what
the
I'm.
damage.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
he
of
still takes
course.
fire damage.
Yeah, he still takes the damage.
Yeah, he's Sonic Day is confused on fire and bitten to death.
Yeah.
Quin actually stabs his sword into the ground and just starts like golf clapping.
You're just
And nodding in approval, just like
you guys are
that's my Azar.
covered in this purple alien gore, like an episode of Bleach, like when the cut happens and then 4 seconds later,
Oh,
like
the little drips, the little drips at the floor.
just like a fire hydrant went off of this purple blood,
Fuck yeah.
and he is dead. We'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.